In the forest outside of town stood a lovely little fir tree. It was a very pleasant place with good sunlight and fresh, crisp air. When children came by to pick strawberries and saw the little fir, they would say, "What a cute little fir tree." But the fir wasn't happy at all because all it wanted was to grow big. Year by year, the little fir grew a bit bigger. Every autumn, lumberjacks came and felled several of the big trees. It was a dreadful sight as the trees fell noisily, were stripped of their branches, and hauled out of the forest completely bare. In springtime, a stork told the fir it could become a fine pillar. "If only I could grow big enough to cross the sea," thought the fir. "You should enjoy your youth," said the sun. But the fir didn't understand. As Christmas approached, the young beautiful firs were the first trees cut down. The fir they cut down before is beautifully decorated in the middle of a room, shining brightly, the sparrows taught. "How wonderful! If I grow up beautifully, splendid things must await me too, since I'd be decorated so beautifully," thought the fir. But the sun and air said, "Aren't we here? Enjoy your lively youth here." Still, the fir was jealous. Summer passed, Christmas approached again. And the fir, now a beautiful tree, was the first to be chopped down. But the pain was dreadful, it had to leave its home and friends. And it wasn't as joyous as expected. Next, the tree was brought to a large mansion, and splendidly decorated in the middle of a big room. A star was placed on top. When night came, candles on the fir were lit and shone brightly and gorgeously. Children surrounded the fir, plucking candy and gifts from its branches. They sat under the fir and listened to the story of the hunchback dwarf. The fir looked forward to hearing more stories tomorrow. The next day the fir was moved to an attic with no sunlight. It figured it was being stored until spring when it could be planted outside again. But the dark attic was very lonely. Some dormice came. As the fir told them about its forest home, it realized for the first time that those days were the happiest. More dormice came the next day and heard stories of the forest and the hunchback dwarf. One morning some people dragged the fir out to the courtyard. The sunshine, fresh air, flowers, birdsong, it was enthralling. When the fir tried to stretch its branches, it realized they had all turned yellow and withered. Children playing in the yard found the fir. The smallest boy snatched its star. "I should have enjoyed myself when I had the chance." That's what the sun meant, thought the fir. A servant knocked the fir's branches off and made kindling which burned red under the sake vat. Each time the fire crackled, the fir recalled its little forest. And the Christmas Eve story of the hunchback dwarf. Finally, it was all burned up completely. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel and give it a thumbs up.